You ask questions, and I answer them.
Is he nuts? What am I talking about? It's super cool because of the different design. What is up, Watch Geeks? Welcome to episode 58 of Asktnh. It's a gorgeous day outside, and I'm ready to answer some watch questions. Before we do that, just check out this awesome freaking Tudor Day Date. I think it's totally gorgeous, right? Yeah, I don't know. I love Tudor day dates. Well, one, because they're day dates that come in steel. Two, because they're Tudor, not Rolex. And three, because they're so much less expensive than regular Rolexes. But that's all I've got. On to your question.
What should I be looking out for, case or dial?
It's a ridiculous question. Once again, sorry to start off, answering your question like that, but it's a very subjective matter. For what? For investment on a particular watch. You could put two watches head to head, but saying holistically, what should I be looking out for, case or dial? It's erroneous, And I don't mean to dismiss your question. I just want you to stop thinking like that, and I want the audience to stop thinking so black and white. It's really much more gray. These matters are much more gray than you're making them. I guess you're either talking about two ways. One, for personal collection, in which how the would I know? I don't know what you have. I don't know what you like. And two, for investment. And that is, once again, another very variable topic. Different watches, very, very different values in their cases and dials. It's impossible to answer about the holistic market. But which do I prefer? You gotta have a good dial, because otherwise it's boring. But to me, the really great case takes a watch to the next level. And why? I think because cases are so often overlooked in vintage as well as modern, even more so modern. So we find a lot more watchmakers and manufacturers or designers putting a lot of effort on dials. So cool dials are everywhere. Everyone with $3 has a cool dial. Not people, like watch manufacturers. But cases, I think, is where kind of the difference comes in. People who are really, really, really into design and detail won't overlook a case. People who aren't will. So I think that's, not to really reduce this to like a really kind of stupid level, but I mean, look at Daniel Wellington versus Corniche. I don't love Corniche, but Jesus Christ, I mean, compared to Daniel Wellington, it's an unbelievable buy. In quotation marks, because it's not necessarily a buy at retail, but in comparison, it's 110%. Because Corniche really did go the extra mile in their design. And think about it. Think about a case. Cases are super important. I mean, on this is a regular old Oyster case, right? So although I love it, I'm not going to commend them for their innovation. I'm not going to say, hey, good job, Tudor. You used an Oyster. I like it. But I'm not going to say that. Whereas the Bulova right now, not that I'm trying to sell watches, but just to give you guys a point of reference, there's a Bulova right now on TheoHarris.com that is a really shitty dial. It's totally patinaed out. It's uneven. I think it's cool, but that's very subjective. So in that watch, the case to me kills it. It's just totally magnificent and makes the watch a buy. Whereas an interesting dial can, but doesn't always, or it's not necessarily an equal home run. If you're really looking, not that I hate to plug Hodinkee because I don't like Hodinkee very much, but they did an amazing talking watches. I forget the fellow's name. Put his Instagram title, hashtag Instagram @ right here, Roni. So he's a super cool dude, at least he seems that way, and his collection is really, really, really focused on very interesting and well-designed cases. I think there's a lot of history in cases that we don't necessarily look at. I think he focuses on Gilbert Albert, right, which is a case designer, but that's it. I'm gonna vote cases on this one, on this round, but we'll get more in depth and more specific later. Thank you guys for watching episode 58 of Asktnh. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's it. That's all I ask of you. If you like any of our videos, subscribe. Oh, and follow me on Snapchat. But I'm only asking one thing. So today, just do YouTube.